as we pass out of the land of glory and we pass out of the land of regret, what's waiting for us? Well, this is a land of freedom. This is the land of freedom. And I didn't get this for a long time until I became aware of a very significant relationship I had in my childhood. In fact, one of the most significant ones showed me the template of what this land of freedom was. And that relationship was with the family dog, our pet, Special. That was her name. Because when you're 6 years old and you get to name the dog, you're going to name her Special. And her middle name was Precious. So Special Precious was very important to me. I loved that dog. I actually used to sit and teach the dog how to read. I did. And she passed the first grade. She did. So we had a chain in the back of the yard. We used to put the dog on the chain, and that's how we kept her close to home. We'd call it putting her on the hook if you put the dog on the hook. And then when we were outside with her, we'd let her, run off the hook and run around. Well, of course, again, what happens? We go outside, we let the dog off. She ends up running away too far, and we lost Special. We lost Special. I was so upset. My dad puts us in the car. We drive all around the neighborhood. We're calling her, Special, Special. We put signposts on with her picture, help us find this dog. And then, literally, on the third day, we get a knock on the front door, and it's the neighbor, next door neighbor, with Special. Special had been eating out of their trash. She was next door and didn't even realize it. She was kind of disillusioned and a little beaten up. She looked kind of scrappy. She looked a little skinnier. We could tell what she had been through, and we could tell she didn't even know she was at home. So I realized I need to teach Special a little bit more than just what to read, because she probably wasn't getting what I was reading her from the books. We started teaching Special, hey, when I call your name, come. Come when you're called. Sit. Stay. We started to teach her discipline. One of the reasons we didn't like to walk her on the leash is because she was so crazy on the leash, no one could hold her. We started to teach her how to walk on the leash. And so finally, once Special was able to come when we called and she knew not to get too far away from home, we got to let her off the hook more. Well, that's what God wants to do for us. He wants to let us off the hook. What I realized is that discipline, those rules that we had for Special, were to keep her close to home because we loved her so much. We couldn't take a map and say, here, Special, here's the house, any more than I could take those books. What has God given us? He's given us our Bibles. That's the map. And I believe that God is so infinite and the concepts are really beyond our mind, so that he gives us our map so we can just keep our nose to the ground and find our way back home. Finally, this idea of freedom made sense to me, because now Special was free to roam around. And I saw how this could start to apply to my life. Rather than following the rules of sexuality to get something on the other side, because I did that too. Okay, God, I'm going to follow your rules, and then on the other side, I get what I want, right? I'm going to get married. And I'm following the rules, and I'm still not getting married. I'm following the rules, and I'm still not getting married. Okay, now what? Well, now what am I supposed to be looking for? Well, we're not looking to follow the rules, A, because someone told you to, or B, because we want to get something in exchange. We want to follow the rules because we want to be closer to home. We understand that Christ wants us close to him, and that's how we become close to him. That we follow the guidelines that he's given us.